Okay, so today is going to be an interesting day. I got this Electronic Race Technologies controller. It's a BAC 800. That's BAC as in back 800. This controller can do up to 90 amps and it can do up to, I think, 84 or 90 volts as cutoff voltage. Now, I'm a pleb. I'm a big pleb, so I'm only working with a 52 volt battery that can do 50 amps, 40, 50 amps continuous, maybe 60 amps peak. Which is, now this controller has a really garbage feature. One of the things that I think is an absolute trash feature, I'm not sure how it's going to be on the road, I'm just predicting it's going to be a trash feature, is it has something called, where is that piece of paper with the specs for the thing? Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is the piece of the paper. It's called motor auto engagement. Motor auto engagement means the motor will auto engage on its own, even off throttle, to smooth out re-engagement. So to be clear, the motor will auto engage on its own. So I could have the throttle off. I could not be using the throttle, and it's still going to send power to the motor. I can't possibly imagine how anything could go wrong in that situation. If that ain't it ain't a bug, it's a feature, horseshit, I don't know what is. I gotta apologize for all the things I've said about Paul Daniels' programming. That is just... I read that and I was floored. Somebody thought this was a good idea to put in a fucking e-bike. That's most likely going to be installed by do-it-yourselfers that are tinkering with shit. Let's make it so that the motor engages even when you don't have the throttle on. Great idea! Tell me more about your excellent design. So, now again, this is the pleb version. This battery sucks. It does, see, it could do probably 60 amp peak. But this is nowhere near the full potential of the bike. I'm just gonna make sure all the soldering stuff is up. Right there. I'd like to find a 72 volt battery that can do 90 amps if this works. Just for fun and lulz. But for now, let's see what we can get out of this pleb battery. I was also thinking of putting two together, so even if I can't get more voltage, I figured I could get some more amperage, you know? But I couldn't get it to fit, because if I put two batteries side by side, well, I could technically really squeeze it in there if I wanted. Two of these batteries with the back side by side would not allow the pedals to pedal. And if the motor dies, which, let's face it, this thing's gonna die. This is gonna die. This is gonna die big time with the amount of power we're pushing through it. Then I need the pedals to be able to pedal. So I could put two batteries together, but then I can't pedal if I need to. Anyway, this is the first time I'm using this thing. This is gonna be exciting. Again, my biggest concern here, just to be upfront, is this whole feature that this thing has, where the motor keeps moving even after you've told the throttle, hey, no more. I'm not a big fan of this feature. I'm not a big fan of this feature. I have never tried this thing before. This is my first test drive right in the street. This is how we do safety here. Okay, I'm kind of scared. What the fuck? Yo, this is bull. This is such horseshit. Okay, how fast is this gonna go? Let's face it, it's over here. Speed. What the fuck? Holy shit. Yeah, look, it's still moving. I hit the brakes, it's still moving. Why are you still moving? Dude, this thing's trying to kill me. Hello. I'm streaming my trip home if you'd like to watch. Yes. And remember what I said about that feature I was telling you about that I didn't really feel also cool about? Yeah, so when you're throttling on this piece of shit, it keeps going after you stop. That's not cool. Oh, of course, I'm very safe. I put this together myself, girl. Like, why are you still moving? It's still taking half an amp right now. I hit the brakes. I hit the brakes. Who came up with this shit? Look, I hit the brakes, and you're just gonna keep going. You're just like, that's just so cool. All right, anyway. Who needs to stop anyway? It's not like any of the cab drivers do. Okay. Look, I hit the brakes a couple of times. It's still going. 0.7 amps. Now 0.7 amps is not a lot of amps, but who the fuck came up with this shit? I swear to Christ, like, can anybody tell me if you go to Electric Waste Technologies' website, does it say on the description page for the Bafang drop-in controller that it will just keep going after you fucking turn the throttle off? Like, was it advertised this stupidly? I'm using an amp. Okay, look, let's stop all the way. Look. Okay, there it goes. It stopped. You need a kill switch for the motor. And so you don't have to keep your hands on the throttle. Zero effect. How about stopping? How about stopping? I can't believe somebody came up with I can't believe they sold this shit like this. Who wants this? Who would ever ask for this awful, awful feature? All right, let's go. Let's race the fast acceleration. I'm afraid to go fast because there's no stopping on this piece of shit. Yeah, like fuck going fast on this thing. I don't mind going fast when you can stop. Okay, let's see. It says 2.5 amps right now. I'm hitting the brakes. And it's still got 0.1 amps going. Okay, 0.1 amps is not a lot, but still. Like, stop! Look, it's trying to, I hit the brakes, it's trying to cross. It's like crossing at 1 mile an hour. Stop! Stop! This thing, now it auto stops. I don't know how the circuit works. I think the slower you're going, the more it stops. But in order to get slow, you have to put the brakes on. And I also don't think the motor is going to appreciate trying to go with the brakes on. Are you reading the stream chat, Erica? You're working your breathing techniques, Erica? I'm gonna be fine, girl. I'm fine. No, it's a red light and I stopped. Look, most people in New York City have bikes that when you hit the brakes, they actually stop, and even they don't stop at the red light. I can't stop, and I'm stopping at the red light. Like, see all the times you're gonna have to stop quickly. Like, see this fuckface here? Like, I need to be able to stop for him. It's a bike lane. What you doing waiting in the bike lane outside? It's 0.5 amps. It's just auto driving. Where are you going, Bafang? Where are you going? My throttle is not on. Look, it's driving me at 4 miles an hour. It's just this. This is hysterical. Electric Race Technologies. Why the fuck did you program this way? Why? Why? I don't need to go 0.5 miles. I don't need to go 4 miles an hour right now. It's autopiloting me at 3 miles an hour. This is hysterical. I wish I had a second monitor for this stream that would show you the screen so that you could see that it's autopiloting. Okay, it finally stopped. Thank you. Thank you for being so kind just to stop. Okay, it is fucking fast. It's just, I can't use the speed because you can't stop. I'm afraid to use the speed. What, are you kidding me? Okay, stop. No, it's still using 1 amp. Stop. It's using 0.2 amps. It's just gonna keep. Erica, look at this. Look, it's just. This is not visual. Just stop. Is the use brake to put it down. Okay, here we go. 0 amps. It's done. I asked the question again. Electric Race Technologies. Why the fuck would you program a controller to do this? Who would ever in their right mind ask for this shit? I guess nobody's filing a chargeback on this thing because they're all dead. This is the worst. This wins the fucking Paul Daniels Programming Award of the year. This is the Landrex of bicycles. Might as well get in the bike lane over here. No, of course not. I'm gonna try and figure out a way around it, or I have to find a way to. Here's the thing. So there's. No, I'm not going, Erica. So there's a way to get the mechanical brakes that have this little breakout board that goes to the controller, and as soon as it senses brakes, it cuts off the motor. The problem is I have hydraulic brakes, so I can't easily just swap mine in. What the? Oh shit! Red for me. My bad. I was being a cab driver. Yeah, I was being a cab driver right there. I'm sorry. That's nobody should. Yeah, I have disc brakes, but they're hydraulic. So I have these drop-in things, but I can't just drop them in because these are hydraulic brakes if I don't have that little connector. So I'm probably gonna have to get some sort of button or trigger or some shit to turn it off every time I hit the brakes. It does. Let's see how fast this thing can go. Go, mofo, go. Also, I forgot to, I plugged this pedal assist trash in. I shouldn't have plugged this pedal assist shit here. Huh? Oh yeah. Yeah, but when I brake, I'm still moving. Alright. Let's do this. The ground is wet. Controller. Having 20 to 30 amps sucks. Whoever coded this, I hope they run straight into a truck while using their own damn software. I've never wanted cruise control on a bike. Okay, I'll talk to you later, okay, girl? Bye-bye. Bafang New York City edition, it doesn't stop. Yeah. I have pedal assist on this piece of shit. I didn't unplug that cable. I gotta unplug that one. I don't like pedal assist. Everybody says with e-bikes, it's legal if you have pedal assist, but not if you have throttle. I think throttle is safe because I know what to expect when I turn the throttle. Now, my brain is used to expecting a certain amount of forward force for a certain amount of resistance when I use the pedals. And when something different happens, it freaks the shit out of me, which is why I'm not a fan of that setup, of this whole pedal assist usage. Pedal assist. I think pedal assist is ridiculously dangerous. onto the bridge, Erica? I have hit that before. Oh, you didn't see the pole at the end of the wings. Right as you're getting off the bridge is a pole dividing the left and the right. Hitting that pole sucks. I've smashed into that before. Luckily, I smashed into that without a motor. If I smashed into that with a motor, I would... Yeah. If I smashed into that with a motor, I'd be as dead as an A1706 with 52 volts to the CPU. I'd be as dead as a C7771 with 0.3 volts if people wouldn't be 05 MCP. That's pretty dead. By the way, Erica, check this out. Cruise control. Look, no throttle. Cruise control. I love it. Just automatically programmed cruise control. The bike just moves when it wants to. Of course there's a lag. I'm streaming from a cell phone, bro. What is peak amps? Let's see. If I go into the controller in here, how do you program the screen to do more? Look, but 42 amps is bullshit, Eric. Advanced settings, input password, default password to this thing is 191. This is some screen that comes with the empowered cycles. Assist levels, 9. What is UBE? Okay, let's see what UBE means. Exit. Hello? Women kissing in the middle of the train. Yeah, we're still limited to 42 amps. 42 amps. I am not buying another fucking Google phone. The next one I get is something that's gonna work with Lineage OS or... Whoa, what was that? That did not sound healthy. Okay, well, yeah, I was thinking of getting an LG G8 at some point. I do not have a passenger. I have somebody who's on the phone with me. Who I'm going to be visiting, assuming I'm not dead at the end of this ride. This is so much fun. Oh, man. Even though it's only 42 amps, I think the sine wave thing makes up for it. Sine wave versus square wave is a much better controller. But I really would like to see why this thing only does 42 amps. I feel like I'm not slow, because before when I was dealing with the cars on the street, I kind of felt like they were beating me. Or, you know, sometimes I'd have to pay very close attention to ensure that I was not... Oh my god, it is so fun. I had to pay very close attention to ensure that I wasn't going to get past them because I was going to catch up with them. I no longer feel that. Oh, my balls. Wow. Yeah, I'm thinking of getting a downhill bike because it has the rear and the front suspension. It's much better for the ball shot. The pure power this thing has is crazy. I'm just dodging all these fucking manholes. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's manholes everywhere. There's this 4 to 5 inch gap in the road. It's terrible. Alright, here's my fucking cruise control again. Brake. Nope. Stop, bicycle, stop. Also, the G8, Jerry Rig Everything did a video on the G8 with that permanent bullshit adhesive under the battery. Fuck LG for doing that. Fuck them. I actually used to like LG a decent amount. I mean, just for the fact that I liked that they were one of the last holdouts of the removable battery. I liked that they actually cared about sound quality. Alright. Now, the cool thing about having a lot of amperage is that I can start on a high gear. I don't have to constantly switch. stops his car to just keep going. Look, I'm not trying to pass this car. I hit my brakes. I'm not trying. Look, this thing would just. Look at this. It would just ride me straight into the middle of the road if I didn't do anything. Why am I out so late? Because I set this up. That's why. It's a good thing that I didn't put effort into the new brakes because it's not like I can use them anyway. The bike just goes in it. Doesn't care. I'm gonna get a button that goes on the actual brake, so when I'm touching the brake handle, it engages that. But notice that this is I mean, there's some cars passing me on the right, but that's only because I'm driving behind a slow path. When you don't have working brakes, you can get home so much faster. The more you know. Let's practice it. Yes, it is. I would highly suggest contacting Electric Race Technologies and asking them why the fuck do you need this. I'm really curious what it says on the product page. Here's what I'm interested in. Is Lewis so stupid that he saw on the product page that they sell a motor controller with a special feature of not being able to stop? And they decided to sell it anyway. And I decided to buy it anyway. But am I that stupid that I saw, we put this automatic motor control system on. It means you can never stop. It's just gonna keep going. Because the thing is, they're stupid for making this there, but if I bought it, then I'm even stupider for buying it. If they, at least if they advertised it that. I'm probably going to be a little nicer. I'm being very salty right now because it's 3 in the morning and I haven't had my apple cinnamon oatmeal yet. There's no need for me to be this salty. Yeah, but I would be a pancake that was salty in the syrup here. That makes sense. Alright, I'll make a left. On Jefferson. Speed bump. I also want to know why this thing seems limited to 42 amps. I'm actually going to stop on the side. Let's see, I'm going to try and program I can connect to the battery and see how much it's taking, because maybe the current sensing inside the motor controller is not the same as the current sensing inside of the battery management system. I haven't found much. I found some people commenting on the Kelly controller. That's supposed to be really good, but the problem is you need an IQ above room temperature to set up a Kelly controller. And the set up one on fire, the one I set up just gave me that I understand. And never quite had the time to troubleshoot it because MacBooks that need fixed and MacBooks, and you know how it goes. Okay, I'm actually going to move a little bit because this is an area where if I stay in one place too long, staring down, I'm no longer getting a bicycle. Also, I can definitely not zip tied and Velcro to bar of a bike because I don't have mounting hardware for it. Yeah. That's not how we do. Come on, find my battery. Here we go. Oh, I forgot the password to my damn battery. Oh no, here we go. 010. Great, it's a very secure password. 0101. Now people can hack my battery and see how many amps I'm using if they're within 40 feet of me. Okay, so we're on the battery management screen and it says how much current I'm using. So I want to see if the currents that the battery thinks I'm using matches the currents that the motor controller thinks I'm using. So let's see, the motor controller says that I max out at 42 amps. Yeah, the motor controller is maxing me out at 42 amps. I gotta figure out why. That's horseshit. I'm also on many roads where I can do more safety. These cars be in open space. Now I'm kind of curious, why is the BAC 800 stuck at 45 amps? Alright, we have an empty street here. Alright.